You cannot understand everything. Sometimes you just have to enjoy the mystery that you may never understand certain things, and that's okay. Yep. So that is that. You cannot understand every single thing. I'm checking out my little braids. Such a nice outlook here. Yep. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. 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 It's crazy. But life is beautiful. It's that mystery that makes it even more interesting. Because imagine if we knew exactly what's going to happen next, it would not be like, it would be like, yeah, you know what's going to happen next. So, like, what's the point of faith when you know what's coming? So sometimes these things are so difficult, but those are the things that actually make life beautiful and worthwhile, because you want to hold on to your hope and to your faith and see where it's going to take you. And when you get there, you're like, wow, I didn't know I would get here. And then also the other day, I was thinking about destination happiness, or things that we think that, I'll be happy when I, maybe graduate, or when I get this, whatever things that we aspire to have in life. And maybe you might take 5 years on that journey of waiting for whatever thing that you want to get. And then during that time of waiting, you, of course, you develop like some kind of routine. Either you pray, you meditate, because obviously when we pray and when we pray, we are not going to get the answer immediately. Sometimes you get it immediately because that's what God can do. But other times you have to wait a little longer. And so, you have this routine, you pray, you meditate, you work out, things to keep you focused on whatever thing that you're working, you're hoping to get. And so, eventually, especially if the wait has been long, eventually you learn to live that way. It kind of becomes part of your lifestyle, and it becomes a little bit, like part of your life. Maybe you work out when you feel stressed out, or maybe you go to pray. There's this thing that you really want to achieve. But to achieve it, you have to wait. And waiting, is not easy, because in most cases, we want things to happen immediately. But then, say after the 5 years, that thing happens. And then you realize that you've been accustomed to this lifestyle. In fact, if it takes so long, you grow to love that lifestyle. It doesn't even feel like waiting anymore, because it has become a part of your life. It's what you're used to doing. It's what you do. And then eventually, when this thing, whatever thing you're waiting for, maybe you wanted to get a degree, or you wanted to, I don't know, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to achieve. So along the way, you achieve it and realize that that goal is good, but it's not actually your ultimate wish for life. Like that journey that you've have cultivated while you were waiting is actually the gift. Because if it wasn't for this thing that you were working, you were hoping for, or praying for, or aspiring to achieve, if it wasn't for that thing, you would not have taken on this journey of, whatever things, especially if you have decided to go the positive route, like, working out, praying, meditating, or whatever, while waiting. You realize that it becomes it's something, because you look at this thing, let's say you've achieved the degree, because, you've achieved it. And then what? As human beings, we're always aspiring for the next thing, Whatever thing that you think you want to achieve, trust me, you'll achieve it. I mean, I don't know, from my experience, how I've seen things so far, is that even when we achieve it, you're going to go on to the next thing. But one thing that I learned recently is that journey is the gift. Because when you've achieved this thing, like I said, you're going to to aspire for the next one. And so you go back to the journey. What have I been doing as I was waiting for whatever thing that I wanted to get? So you go back to the journey, and obviously, there are certain things that you will have to edit, some things that you will improve, some things that you have learned to do better, and all that. But at the end of the day, you're still going to be on a journey. So the journey is the gift. The journey is the gift. Whatever thing we want to get, it's not the gift. The gift is what you do while you wait, because it changes your life. It molds your character. You learn so much. And so I just wanted to share that, and I hope that somehow it has given us something to think about and to meditate on, and something to get encouraged, something that can encourage us to just, our life is right now. Our life is the journey. Our life is the journey. So we have to learn to enjoy our journey, because that is the gift. That is a big gift. And yeah, imagine just living your life. Imagine if you're praying for something and it's going to take 5 years to happen, and then you spend 5 years unhappy because you're waiting for that thing. What if it never happens? So I know we have to be positive, but sometimes things just don't happen like that. all we have is right now and the journey. Yep. Thank you for listening.